Are we? Are you recording, Joe? Are you taking? Do you want lead on the producing so that you have control over?
It
automatically. Says the record. Yeah,
right.
It's just automatisch. So
it's recording for quality purposes.
All right.
Let's go. Hello, Joe.
I'm Eric.
And I'm Ike. You're listening to Just Cool Enough. That was supposed to be Joe's bit, but
yeah, I was like, wait, is that me? I don't remember.
I thought it was Eric.
Maybe it was Eric. I don't know. It's been so long.
It feels like it was supposed to be me. But you know.
Do we I don't even remember who's like. Do we call you Ralvis or Dunkor or what? Like, hello, internets. What are we doing? It's 2025. It's time for an update after about 3.5 years. Has it? Is it been 4 years? Maybe.
I mean, I feel like it's been a decade. It feels like a decade. I think it was
like
COVID. We did something during COVID for a couple times, but even then,
years.
Yeah, it feels like.
I feel like I've lived 3 lifetimes. We can get into that a little bit later. Yeah. So this is it's not even like semi-annual. It's just like once in a while update. The 2025 update, we'll call it, because there ain't going to be another one this year. Yeah. So yeah. So what you guys been up to this week?
Oh, this week that's a rough one for me. I had a colonoscopy this week. I'll go into that one.
Oh man, guys, we have old man problems now.
Yep. No, I know.
Old man problems and old man buttholes and all the things. There's no hiding. We're all old men.
I turned 39 in October, and I was like, I gotta schedule a colonoscopy. Oh my god!
You don't need to till 45. I'm not 45, but the doc was like, you might as well go in because of other issues in family history. So I was like, okay. And then they're like 5 days ahead of time, you got to start like eating a certain diet. And then a day ahead of time, you like can't eat anything. And then like, going into the procedure, their words were exactly have you been peeing out of your butt? And my answer was yes. And they said, then you did it right, and gave me a thumbs up. I'm like, it's been a horrible, horrible nightmare.
Oh my god, I miss how comical doctors could be. Like in the US, doctors can be funny, but here I don't understand anything they're saying. They're just things happen to me.
They have been funny, you just can't tell.
I wouldn't understand.
We are now hooking you up to the Edelpfaffen.
Yeah, they're just always so angry.
What the hell is this? Yeah. Oh no, dude, I learned all the fun words in German now, and if you ever want to end a good conversation, you just it's just like any language. You end it with a little wee, little singy thing. So it's like the word for goodbye is choose. But if you want to be like cute with it, you can be like choosy, and just like I always like do a little. I don't know what that thing is at the end of it. Is it falsetto? I have no idea.
Mm-hmm.
No, yeah, choosy. Yeah. Like it's just great, and then like people are like, oh my god, that guy can sing so well. It's great. So. So
he must be happy because he sang goodbye at the end.
Yeah, exactly.
The opera, it's also they grabbed me and said, "What are you doing tonight?"
It's also one of the 3 things that I could say reliably. So, Eric, what have you been doing this week? Like, okay, Ike, do you want to tell us more about your colonoscopy, or are you like?
Well,
yeah, shut up, Ike. It's my turn.
No, well, I mean, I don't know that there's much more to tell about a colonoscopy. They go in, they look. I can say this. They were able to get back to me rather quickly and told me that there's nothing wrong with my insides, and they did give me some nice color photos of my colon.
Was it always color? Like back in the olden times, they would do black and white. And
it was the printout was in black and white, but now with all of our medical upgrades, they can just send it straight to my cell phone, so I can look on the app and see it. And
they airdrop it to your iPhone.
Yeah.
Hey, open up your AirDrop, man. We got.
Oh man, I didn't take a photo for my school this year for the yearbook. Maybe I'll just send them a picture of my colon.
Can't wait for somebody to hack your iPhoto library.
You know what? That'll be on them, not my problem.
They'll be looking in. It's like, is this some sort of galaxy? Is this like a black hole or something? What are we looking? Oh my god!
The poor government clerk that's paid to look at all your data specifically is going to get really upset with that when he's going through.
Wife, kid, what the hell is that?
It looks clean. No, he actually knows a lot about it. He's just like, oh wow.
I'm impressed, actually. That guy's probably not going to go back for 10 years.
I'm glad I got assigned to this.
He definitely
Ike
didn't
guy.
eat the day before.
I didn't eat 48 hours before. I was like panicking, not necessarily about the procedure. I was just really pissed off about having not to be able to eat the things I wanted to eat. So the moment that I got out, and they're like, the nurse was like, do you want all of this food, or like what snack do you want? I'm like, well, I'm really into goldfish or like Oreos, so I'll let you choose. And she was like, you can have both, holiday special on you, we'll give it to you. I'm like, sweet. It's like the best Oreos I've ever eaten.
Oh my God. So you couldn't eat for 50 days? What was it? I can't remember.
So last Friday, they're like, you need to have a low residue diet, which apparently is more or less like you can't have anything that feeds or is going to like stick around, like fiber. You can't have fiber, which is funny because they're always telling you eat fiber in order to have keep regular. Can't have any of that. Wild. So basically, I survived off of like pasta and more pasta, and then I looked online and found out that pasta can also make you constipated if you have too much pasta. So I was like, oh my.
I could have told you that, dude. You could have just called me up. I'll give you the
download because but on like 3:00 Tuesday, my last day of school, because yesterday Wednesday was a half day. Tuesday, they're like, what you need to do at 3:00 is you take 4 Dulcilax. That's like you're supposed to do one a day. You take 4 now, and then they're like at 5:00 you're gonna take what is it? Whatever the
No.
And like you mix it with 64 ounces. You take a huge thing of it, mix it with 64 ounces, and you have an hour to drink 32 ounces. And then the next morning at 4 a.m., you have to wake up and drink another 32 ounces, drinking 8 ounces every 15 minutes. And then you just shit your brains out for the rest of the night. That was my night.
Whatever the odds are that something bad could happen inside my colon, I'm going to take them. Like whatever, I'm rolling the dice. I've cheated death so many times. I'm gonna cheat this one, guys. You know what? Like
I can't wait for just
oh no. And also you used a word that sounds awful, and it was low residue.
Yeah, low residue.
Like that's worse than vegan. I don't know.
I got nothing against vegan. When I'm eating, it's not a term I tend to associate with food.
Yeah. Like can I see your low residue menu? You're like at a nice place. Like, oh, my friend's vegan. This guy can't have fish. I can't.
This apple's got too many polys.
And I was talking to my mother-in-law about it. I was like, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. She's like, I don't know what the big deal, why they're having you do all this. For me, they only have me the day before. You just do that cleanse. You're done. I'm like, well, I don't know what to tell you, but we go to the same place. And so she's like, well, I got one coming up. So she looks at her directions, and they had added that in. So she's like, oh no, God, it's supposed to be new. She's like, I'm not doing that. Okay. I'm like, hey, you know what? Live your best life.
I'm closing this topic off. I added it to the show notes. Let
me add one last thing that has nothing, just for anybody else out there. I was told by the nurse, if anybody ever needs a colonoscopy, after you're done, what you should not eat is anything greasy or spicy, because it's either going to burn a lot on the way out, or it's apparently because it's greasy, it's just going to slide right out. But anyway, that's my. You
could have saved that for. You could have saved it for your plug. You could have kept that information to yourself.
Colonoscopy stuff.
You go 2 days without eating, and then you eat a hamburger, and then it's like going down a water park slide.
What if you could pick besides goldfish or Oreos? What would be the food that you're gonna pick?
The very first thing that I ate on the way home when we were going, my wife's like, "What do you want to eat?" And I was like, Let's do Jersey Mike's. Apparently, I was a little loopy in Five Guys, but Jersey Mike's is the way I went.
For people that don't know, Jersey Mike's is a submarine shop, right? A sub shop, right?
Sub.
I don't know if is it national, or I thought it was just is it?
No, we got Jersey Mike out here. Yeah,
they're just really expensive subs that.
Yeah, they're just like the higher end Subway.
Mm-hmm.
They're higher end. Oh God. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Well,
all this time I've been eating
Subway toast now.
Yeah, Subway toast.
Yeah. You guys have all the cool stuff out America. Your Subway toasts? My God.
Yeah. I mean, not you have to ask for it, but.
Oh, okay.
The other two things I'll toss out, nothing to do with that, is that now it's since COVID, bought a house and have an 18-month-old kid.
Oh wait, what? You had a kid? This whole time you've been holding
Wait,
out on
what?
this?
You bought a house in this market?
Yeah, right.
Impressive. Well, I mean, like, we're elder millennials, so like we should be able to afford at least a house by now, right? Maybe not in California. Eric, you get a pass.
Yeah, you don't.
Like,
You have to
I have to have a job for more than 2.5 years, I think.
wait, you're working?
Yeah. Well, don't worry, not for long.
Okay. Well, Ike, do you want to talk about your kid just a little bit, or do you want to leave that totally off the show because it's not relevant?
Let's see. An 18-month-old boy. His name's Dax, and he's a cool little kid. And a house we bought from like a friend who was like the guy who lived in this house passed away, and like his estate holder people didn't know that they were the estate people till after he passed away, and then they were like friends of my father-in-law. So like, hey, we'll give you just buy this house. We'll we'll give it to you for a pretty decent price. And
It
so
came with the Jersey Mikes.
yeah, it did. It actually has an
Well, it's
apartment
above
attached
the
to it.
Jersey. Yeah.
Out of the garage.
Wow,
actually.
great.
It came
Wow.
with an apartment that we've been renting out, and it's pretty nice. But I think the sticker shock was the thing. Like, it was like $350,000 US at the time.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, but you need to take out a mortgage. And I'm like, I've always tried to live my life not being in debt.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even like having credit card debt. Like, if I buy something with a Snickers bar, I need to pay it off when I get to the car on my app.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, oh, great. Now, after like I crank out all of like, if I just did this over 30 years, I mean, I'm not ready for the 50-year mortgage. We'll get into that later. 30-year mortgage, it ends up being like over $700,000. It's like $750,000 for a small.
Turns out it's a scam
house.
like everything else.
No.
That's okay. I don't need the money.
You know, when you have friendship, why even have money?
Right? When you're rich in other ways.
Rich in love, rich in.
I mean, it does help to have a roof,
in-
though, even if you have friends, so you have someplace to go, though.
You only need like the first 3 levels of the hierarchy of needs, guys. Like, come on, what are we even trying for here?
Part that's sticking out of the water, at the top of the iceberg. That's all.
Yeah, it's fine. Eric, tell me about your life. How you doing, man?
I'm doing all right. I've been working for the past 2.5-ish years, almost 3 years now.
Wait, you've been working?
Yeah, I've had a job, like a job.
Really?
Yeah, a buddy of mine had a contractor, like it had a 6-month contract or 8-month contract, whatever. Had a contractor just like quit with 4 months left. And since I'd done the job before, he's like, hey, you want to fill in for this 4 months? I was like, sure. I was getting to the point where I was like, I need a job. And then he texted me that day, and I was like, great, this works. And then that 4-month got extended. And then they did this whole thing where they wanted to not replace their workers every 6 to 8 months. So they moved us to I work for a company doing my job. So I'm not technically a contractor. So like I'm an employee of a company, and I've been doing that for a while. But then they canceled the contract with my company. So we're going to see what happens. Yeah.
So is it when we do the show, things go bad for Eric?
Yeah, every time it's
good?
weird. As soon as you started texting, hey, we should do the show again, they were like, hey, so you might have a job in the new year. And I was like, that checks out.
Because when we were doing the show, things were going well for me. And
you siphoned my luck. I knew it. You're a luck vampire.
No, you.
I'm running a little low on luck here. Hey guys, you want to do just cool enough?
I gotta get a couple commas in my account. It's been real rough these last few years. Sorry, Eric. I have to paw the monkey, just like
Every time I'm about to meet my wife, Joe calls.
My Eric senses are tingling.
If I can't be happy, no one can.
Nobody shall. Yeah. So, wow.
So what happens next then, Eric? Like, if it does go under, does the company move to somebody else? Do they just eliminate all the positions? Do you?
Well, I mean, if barring anything else, I'll probably be unemployed in the new year, unless there's a very small chance because even though they don't want to pay my company to do my job anymore, they still need people to do that job. And they've talked about hiring people, but they're trying to hire as few people to do. So they're not like one-to-one replacing people. They're trying to do as few people as possible. So we'll see.
The
So it sounds to me like
capitalism
they're
is
asking you
functioning.
to more, like if they hire you, it wouldn't only just be to you your job. It would be
Yeah, definitely
plus extra responsibilities.
It would, yeah. If I keep my job, I would probably have to switch to a different office in the city, which isn't a big deal.
You leave your house too? You have a job and you leave your house to do it?
I drive 11 miles there and 11 miles back, 22 miles.
That's like 400 kilometers.
Hold on, really a side note, because I'm just having like flashbacks to the last time we were talking at the show. Eric, I've noticed, because I know this is an audio only, but for the people that are listening, we can see each other right now. Your room is really well lit, and I have to know, is that because you have lights on your ceiling? Or as a callback, I remember they were building a building across the street from you that was blocking out all the natural light at the time. Are you getting reflections off that building, or did that building fall down in the fire?
I have the main light, and then I have a second light here.
So there's no natural light in your room. Is there natural?
There's a little bit, but not much.
Wait,
not much.
The building was finally made, and it blocked out all your sunlight now, right?
Oh, yeah.
Are you still in the same place?
That way for years.
Oh, God. It just keeps getting worse. No. So, but is that why you got a job? You're like, I guess I got to leave the house and get some sunlight? Like, why? Is that the motivation? Because you could have just said no.
It was mostly because I wanted an excuse to not start rewriting my novel, because I'd finished the first draft and I was like, I gotta start the second draft, and I was like, I don't really want to. I'll take a break, and then I took almost 3 years off to get a job.
Well, if I've learned anything in the last 6 months, you don't need to rewrite your novel. Just pop it into ChatGPT and ask it to rewrite your novel, and boom, you'll have it done in no time.
Yeah, it'll take my novel and then replace it with somebody else's novel.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway,
and then it will tell you what a great job you're doing.
Yeah.
So you're getting replaced by AI. That's what I'm hearing here, Eric.
Well, no,
you may get rehired, and then you'll have to use AI in order to cover the holes in that. Yeah, the shortfalls. Like, what? How is this happening?
If I got rehired, it would just it'd just be me doing my job in probably a different location. The only downside is currently my job usually is pretty stupid fucking easy, and I don't have to stay very long because usually no one's there past lunch.
Do you get?
So there's no reason.
Are you volunteering?
Everybody leaves after lunch, so there's not much reason for me to be past lunch, which is very nice. And if I moved to a different office, I would probably be in a much more hectic situation that required more attention.
But you have to sit there all day if not do anything. But still people will leave at lunch. People are going to leave at lunch, but I might have to use that time after lunch to get stuff done.
Oh, woe is Eric.
I know, it's the worst. Working 5 to 6 hours
in total. So, like, I mean, I paid into the American system, and I'm still paying into the American system away. Just like it's like I'm donating to you guys and the people I care about in the U.S. Like, how many years in total? Like, are you going to be able to like get Social Security? Like we're already talking about old people stuff. Like, why not just talk about Social Security?
I mean, the interesting thing is when I for the past 2-ish years, as I've been an actual employee of a company, I have a 401k that they like match. So that was like the first time in my life I was like, at 38, I probably should consider my retirement. And now here I am at 40 going,
done. Yeah.
Considering my retirement was nice while it lasted, now I have to figure out what I'm going to do at 40 unemployed.
I mean, to that point though, and I'm 43 now, and we are just putting together the tail end of actually getting life insurance for the first time. Man, I probably should have gotten that a lot younger because I was a lot healthier than I am now. But at the same time, I'm like, man, it's like now I feel like an adult. Like I had a kid, but it's like my bank and playmate. But now I'm like, oh no.
My bank is constantly sending me letters like, hey, you can get this much. I was like, listen, if I die, a couple of people are going to be real sad, but nobody's going to be destitute.
I want to inherit all that you've done. I want to be in charge of the Eric estate. Like
Okay,
if you
well,
can see
you
it
can
right
have-
now in the camera, that's all you have to worry about.
I guess, yeah. And then I trust you, Joe, in handling my estate, which is mostly those 2 Freerin trophies I got from Japan.
wow.
The
Nice,
Momo
yeah.
I care about. Also the Spider Gwen.
Yeah, all right.
Anything but Hatsune Miku, I'm okay with
No,
Hatsune.
I want the book. I want the book, and I want you to be like a renowned success after you die, because then then the luck,
Why would I
luck
care?
that I've been
I'm dead.
siphoning. No, but
I
I
write
need it.
No, he's just
I make
living-
art so that people compliment me now. Why would I care what happens when I die?
No, but that's why Joe wants it, so that when your
Yeah.
stuff becomes worth
Yeah,
something,
Oh, yeah.
he
So,
can
yeah.
live off that luck and that money again.
that's why I need to run. That's actually the new business that I'm going to start. It's just estate.
I mean, you're gonna have to fight my sister over that, I guess. I imagine.
I'm not going to do that.
I think
We
she's
could
my
run it in
next of
tandem.
kin. It's like she's my I think
Wait,
work
next
gave
of
me-
kin? Is that
Or like-
if it's your sister? Is that
I think-
next of
Yeah,
family?
yeah.
Yeah,
we'll
She's-
do it. Yeah,
He
okay.
passed it down to, so it
Yeah.
has to go sideways or up.
I think I have her.
Is that how it
listed, but-
works?
Yeah. I mean, you can pick somebody. I think I have her
Yes.
listed on all my paperwork just because I know my mom wouldn't want the money. If I die horribly, she wouldn't want to use it for anything.
Oh my god!
But
For
my
the
sister,
longest time.
she'll spend that real quick.
Okay, great. Okay.
Is
Yeah,
that
no,
because
give
there's
me the
not a
book.
lot to spend, or because she has a lot that she would want to buy?
Both.
All right, fair.
Yeah,
Just
but
great.
I've been having a job, but also this year I got into drawing and art and stuff
What-
like that.
I don't know what drawing is. This an app or is this like a real thing?
No, like drawing.
You're really drawing stuff.
And he's been
Art,
posting it
art.
on his Instagram.
Instagram.
Not that I've been stalking Eric's Instagram. But it's the only way that Eric and I communicate, and he doesn't. It's not really communication. I just stalk Eric. He doesn't know that I look at his Instagram because I never post anything about it, how
Yes.
his stuff looks.
Well, 3 people like every post I make, and you're not one of them.
I'm not one of them. I didn't want you to I didn't want
Yeah.
you to think that I was stalking you. Like, you don't leave breadcrumbs. That's just weird.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not that level of stalker yet.
You've been, but
Like, there were a couple times where I reached out to Eric. I was like, we should play games, and he was like, yeah, we should, and then we just didn't do anything together
Well, because it's usually
Well,
like we should do that, and I'm like, I'm free all the
all
time.
the time. And then I'm like, no,
Yeah, and you're like,
Well,
well,
that's
that's too free for me.
yeah, like
the only reason we're doing the show is because
maybe.
Ike was like, we're closing down the Facebook. Like, we gotta pack it up.
I got your attention.
We're
though,
done.
didn't it? I was
I
actually
mean,
surprised I
like-
got your attention, Joe, to be honest. I mean, I know Eric doesn't use Facebook anymore, but I was pretty sure I was the only admin left on the Just
It
Cool Enough
was
page.
it was such a random event that I was on Facebook at that very moment because I was helping somebody start their Substack and they needed help with like getting some stuff with their Facebook. I'm like, fuck, I gotta log in. And then like I logged in and I was like, whoa, what's going on over? Ike's gonna close down the show? I was like, Ike, get us together. Please make something happen. Like, I got so much but eventually it only took like 4 months, right?
Yeah, I know, but right?
That's pretty good.
It's that slow
Yeah.
buildup though. We didn't want to.
and 3 of those months, we're just trying to get us to figure out how we can have a conversation simultaneously.
Yeah, it's true because the time zones are vast at this point. I'm in Central Europe, like Central European time, and then Eastern, then Pacific. So, I mean, I don't know if maybe somebody can move to like Brisbane or something, that could make it more difficult. But you know, everything has to line up just right to make it happen.
One of us will move to space where technically we're moving slightly faster than everyone else.
It's like, no, he's in a geosynchronous orbit. We keep losing.
Oh no, he's 0.00005 seconds quicker than us.
So Germany has been a really eye-opening, right? Like going from the U.S. to Germany has been I thought, okay, going to the U.S. to Germany, how hard could it be, right? Like we have the internet, but it turns out it's pretty difficult, especially when you move to a small town. So I basically moved to like the equivalent of like, I don't know, pick a medium-sized city in wherever area you're in right now, and then divide that into 25%, and then divide that into 25%. And I moved into a town like
I
that.
have to drive pretty far to find a small town.
It's right.
One,
like you're in
like, yeah, Los Angeles. That's the wild thing about it. It's like it feels like one place for 4 hours in every direction.
Crazy. And I forgot, like, I totally, like, I've been to LA, I flew in and out of, Bay Area and stuff, like all of California. I've been all over the place for the car shows, for Shout Engine, for all this stuff. And, but I flew to LA when, at the start of the year for a convention, and I brought a coworker of mine from South Africa. And he went from South Africa to Germany. Those are the places that he's been. And so flying into LA, he's like, "Oh, we're here." I'm like, "What do you mean? We're still like 2 hours of flight before we get here." Like, and he just like could not compute how many lights were on the coast, how everything was a city. It was just like, and he's like, "Oh my gosh, this is crazy. This is crazy." And we just kept walking and walking. And he's like, "It's just like this." I'm like, "For as long as you want, it is like this. This is, I mean, the area is just so jam-packed, especially for an international, like, he's like, the population density is just so off the charts. And that's something that you kind of just take for granted. If you've been there enough and you've seen enough, especially, being on the East Coast too, you're surrounded by huge cities, like, and it's just traveling from, especially like now living in like rural Germany, die Land here in Deutschland, like it takes you out of the experience of like just exist. It's just like, what are we even doing? What are we even doing? You look at how many people and things and everything is happening. It was just, I stepped down in America, and I'm like, why are eggs so expensive? What is going on here? It is absolutely insanity. But I quickly went into like translation mode and went like full American. I was like, all right, we gotta go get some Mexican food right away. Like, that was the first thing I did. I was like, we're in California. I need real Mexican food. I need Tex Mexican food. I need every kind of like salsa and everything. I just went like, that's all I had. Like, what do you want?
That's the great thing about LA. If you want Mexican food, literally any taco stand is probably the best thing you've ever had.
It's true. It's so true. And like, I didn't just stick to like the authentic stuff. Like, I was like, no, give me the garbage too. Give me some of that Taco Bell. I need some of that. Like, I just mainlined like the medium sauce. Like, I need some red sauce. Like, what flavor is it? I'm like, it's red. Just try it, dude. You'll love it.
It's red flavored. That's what it is.
Like, it tastes like chemicals and cayenne. I'm like, it is.
You nailed it. You nailed it.
A little bit of it.
Yeah. So, but it was just such a experience to bring somebody from out of town into the U.S. and that was their first time traveling into the U.S. and they went right into LAX. It was just pandemonium, crazy. So we made sure the everybody in the company and everybody just like got together and just were like, we're doing everything American. He did everything short of shooting guns. Like, it was, we did everything we could.
Which I'm sure you could do in LA too.
Yeah,
easily.
I did like a couple months back at the LA Gun Club. It's a great place.
Did you really? Did you? What kind of guns did you shoot?
It was just it's like a Glock 19. My sister has never fired a gun, and she was like, I want to shoot a gun because I want to not be so scared. I was like, yeah, let's go to the gun club. So yeah, they're a very wonderful experience down there. They have a lot to choose from, but we just went with the Glock because it's easy starter gun.
Side note, I also expect, Eric, that you're probably a full-blown master blacksmith by now.
Yeah.
I wish. I was doing blacksmith. I haven't done it in a couple of years because it was nice. I got a job and I was like, oh, I could, afford to do it regularly because it's expensive. But then they moved way deep into the valley, like 50 miles deep. And I'm like, I'm not driving all the way out there for that. When it was like, 10, 15 miles, that's fine. I was like, I should do it, but I'm lazy.
I also was really worried about all the fires. Like every time I hear about a fire in California, I'm like,
Yeah, I think you
first.
texted me. A bunch of people texted me last year during the big fires, and that was we've had them before. We have fire season, which is coming up again. It always seems to come around this
Oh
time of
yeah,
year.
it's like Christmas, fire
I didn't think
season,
it stopped. I
Easter.
felt like there was like it's fire season, and then like you acknowledge it's not fire season just in order to acknowledge that there's more fires starting.
Well, the problem is
Earthquake season, locust season.
it gets real when it gets real rainy. Then a bunch of brand new plants that are very flammable grow, and then the wind starts, and then somebody drops a cigarette or something. You know,
You'd
and
think
then,
by now they design plants to be less flammable, but
well, the problem is it's all the invasive species. The native species aren't that flammable, but we rip all those out because they're
they
not
don't look nice.
HOA compliant or whatever. You know, they do look nice. But yeah, the fires last year were there was one that was the Runyon Canyon one was literally on the other side of the river, which is very nearby, and that was the one that was like, ooh, that's 2 miles away. We're 2 miles outside of the evac zone. The mandatory.
Oh my God.
We might have to do some, but that one they handled that one pretty quickly because it was like it was not as big and it was far enough inland, unlike like the Pacific Palisades right next to the ocean. They're just like, well, it's too windy to fly helicopters, guess we got to let that burn.
That was just craziness seeing the coverage here. Like I don't get all the news, but like if something's happening that's big, I can like see what's happening, you know, like, but I only have like a 2 megabit internet connection. So
that was the scariest one I've lived through in my 12, 13 years I've lived here.
oh my gosh. Did you guys get fires when you were in North California?
Not really. I mean, there might be grass fires and field fires, but not really. We don't have like everything's. It's just suburbia.
Oh, most of these fires are started by people here too. They spark fire with something.
And also, like it's in a lot of areas where it's like, oh, these are like higher end areas, so there's a lot of wooded areas because people want it to look nice, you know.
Right? Yeah.
Actually,
it's for gender reveals. If you go from outer space, it's a boy burned into the planet. But...
for my gender reveal, I burned down the historically black Altadena.
Oh no! Well, and now
congratulations! It's a war crime.
By the way, Joe, I have to know, Joe, in terms of media over there, because I remember going to Australia for our honeymoon, not your honeymoon, mine, but mine, my wife. And
yours and mine.
Yeah, yours and mine. And I remember at least having a better feel for the global news. Like, I still feel like we're pretty sheltered here. I try to add on the BBC, but even then, the BBC here covers a lot of what's going on in America, not necessarily globally. But do you find being in Germany that you get a lot more global news from everywhere, or you think it's pretty specific to the areas that you're in?
Germany is pretty German centric. You get a lot of US news just because, like, you know, we got to kind of keep track of you guys. But like also you know, it is sort of true, and the more I've been outside of the US, the more I've been proud to be an American, where at least I see stuff happening.
At least you know you're free.
I really was like, how do I get out of this sentence? Like, I just should have just
hit the eject button. Put my lawn on the.
Well, you can always proudly stand up next to you.
So yeah, I don't know. Like, the news is pretty international, but right now it's so Europe focused. Like, I don't know if you guys know this, but there's like a war on the continent, so that often takes a lot of precedence over in Ukraine. Yeah, like Russia invaded Ukraine a couple of years ago. Yeah, so but it's kind of like, I've always been surrounded by that military culture. My dad was in the Air Force, blah, 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 police stuff, and all, like, that's just been part of my life. And so, like, I remember here in the summertime when the living is easy. No, I remember here when before Putin invaded Ukraine, and it was different, right? And then that happened, and people would look at the skies differently. And I I mean, like the helicopters turned olive, green, and like you see Unimogs, these like big, German trucks getting transported and stuff. Like you really see the infrastructure going to the war effort there. And for me, it's like I have been around that. I've been around air bases and army bases. It's normal, especially as an American. Like we're just so exposed to that. It really wasn't like that here for so long. And they talk about like bringing back conscription, bringing back mandatory service here, things like that. So I don't think you guys get nearly the same kind of coverage that we do here as far as like that. But even now, like if you watch the news, it's just like a lot of EU wide stuff. And then they're just like, and what are the Americans doing? And you're looking over there, it's like, oh wow, okay, that's good.
President Trump pardoned the statue of a dinosaur today.
Now I think a lot of more people have it's interesting, and people basically stopped asking me about it now. They're just like, oh, okay, he hates talking about it. It hurts him every time he talks about the country he's from and watching it fall into disrepair. But I see glimmers of hope. I see really good people promoting things too, so I want to get behind that. And that's actually one of the plugs I have coming up, is somebody to follow in that side of things. But yeah, I don't know, the news environment's totally different, but I don't hear much when it comes to like Southeast Asia. It's very Europe centric. Just like it would just be like living in, I don't know, freaking Kentucky, and you get the national news. It's just like, this is what's happening here. But also, I mean, at any, like on the best day, I might understand half of what they're saying. So the German language is pretty difficult to learn. But I was getting my teeth cleaned earlier this week, and I'm sitting there with like a dental dam in my mouth, and like the people didn't realize that I could actually like understand and speak, a little bit of German. And because like I present like a well-intentioned tourist, like when I'm like out around, like people are just like, oh wow, for a tourist you're really like knowledgeable. I'm like, thanks, like no problem. I've only been coming here since 2012.
You have to say thanks to the little uptick.
Yeah.
In the end.
Danke. Feeling dark. Yeah, so like so I'm getting my teeth cleaned, and like the dentist is sitting there like wrenching on my mouth and just like scratching in me and just doing all this stuff. Actually, she had very gentle hands. I'm always impressed. The attention to detail here is amazing. I love it. Like even like when they're inside of you and they're so gentle, a little beep 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 beep. It's so nice.
We're talking about teeth cleaning here, by the way, folks.
I'm talking about everything, but also teeth cleaning. And the dentist is talking to the dental hygienist, and she's telling me this like she's spilling the tea on like her friend Frau Mueller, Christine Mueller. I mean, she's putting you on blast, Christine. And like, because
you're the white American who doesn't understand German, so
I don't understand. I just walked in and I was like, I'm like, ich kann nicht sprechen Deutsch so gut, and like I'm doing it in like, like full on American accent, and they're like, okay, this guy, we can talk in front of him. He doesn't know what the hell's going on. So they're talking about how like this person's meeting this person every weekend reliably in Amsterdam, and she's really into him and all this stuff. I'm like, oh my god, tell me more, right? So I'm sitting here like trying to like not make a bunch of movements as they have their hands in my mouth, and then she talks about how her like friend's son went to India and then got like diarrhea, and then they had to like go in the toilet. I'm like, oh, she's talking about all this gross stuff while her hands are in my mouth. Please stop. But so I got up.
I didn't even wash my hands today. This guy doesn't even know it yet. I haven't washed my hands.
I know, right? Like the hands will wash it anyway. Yeah, like the lady got up, and I wanted to like clue her in that I like understood everything she said. So I was like, oh, that really sucks about the guy in India. I hope he got better. And then she looked at me and she like laughed, and then she's like, oh. Like I just like so like I could pull like little like stunts like that, and then she started talking English to me and realized that I could understand everything she's saying. We had a little laugh about it, but yeah, I don't know. it's I don't know how I started talking about it. If you guys asked a question, but I felt like telling that story, and now we're here. So
That's fine. I can relate to it because the Fantastic Sam's I go to is run by I think it's owned and operated by this Armenian woman who hires a lot of, I guess I don't think they're related, but other Armenian women. And oftentimes I'll be getting my hair cut and they're gossiping in whatever language they speak that is definitely not a language I speak. I just have to be like, okay, well, I guess I don't have to talk to anyone. That's a win for me.
you're just sitting there enjoying the haircut. I need to get a haircut so bad. I have not. Every haircut I've gotten in Germany, I thought I communicated things well. Even they spoke English, and I thought I communicated things well in 2 languages. Turns out I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm scared to get a haircut. I haven't had one decent haircut, and I just am gonna let it keep growing out. Like this is a huge problem. I found I trust the dentist. I know I found a dentist, found a doctor, found a therapist, found all this stuff. But for fuck's sake, like it cooking for I'm fresier. I need somebody to cut my hair. And
so it sounds to me what you need to do is you need to ask your dentist to write down the directions for you to get a haircut. Like, I don't know how you're going to preface that conversation. Like, listen, I know you're going to clean my teeth, but like, I also need help with a haircut. Could you write this down?
Or bring the clippers with you and be like, while you're working,
could you just
hand it to them? It's like there's not much left. You just gotta like buzz here.
Please,
you're good.
Just please clean it up just a little bit. Like I can't just like come in and just say clean it up. Like apparently that's not enough information. Like you can go into any place, North America, and clean it up. Probably in the UK too, right? Like just clean it up a bit, right?
And how you order? I'm curious now because when I walk in, because I had so much anxiety, I picked what I tell them, which I let them interpret. I say number 5 clippers on the side, about 1 inch or 1.5 inches off the top. That's all I say, and then they do what they do.
Do you practice that before you get out of your car? Do you just say number 5 clippers on the side?
No, it's tattooed to my hand. But in invisible ink, so I gotta rub a lemon on it so it shows up.
I should do that in German, but it wouldn't make any sense because they don't understand when I try to say words I don't know. It's kind of difficult.
Well, you're surrounded by German people. You could say, "How do I ask this to a person who cuts hair?"
I've done that. Like obviously I've tried that, right? But
it's just bad translation.
I have no idea. I have no idea. I've showed up with pictures and just been like, this is how my hair looked. Make it look like that again. And then it's just like fucking bowl cut. Like I don't even know like what's going on. Like it's so odd.
This American, he wants his haircut like this nice looking guy. We're not gonna do that.
Is that
Does
your brother?
Not know when he's entered?
Everything like, the last time I got a haircut was in Hamburg, and I cannot say it in German for the life of me. I say it like all nasally and like so middle America, Hamburg, and but really like all the German people are like Hamburg. Anyway, I got a haircut there at like a low rent part of town. And don't ask me why I'm over there, but like I'm over there, and the guy's name is like ZZ. And like all these people are like coming in and out of the shop. I'm like, does this guy actually cut hair? Like it was a referral from a friend to go here because they do a good job. And
he's making bratwurst. He's like, I'll cut your hair.
Yeah. I was like, what is even happening here? He's selling Pokemon cards. He's over here like selling like you got
giving tattoos. It's like, oh, give me a minute.
Yeah, making coffee, selling Deutsche Bahn tickets, just like really working every bit. But yeah, still I can't get it even through referrals. But yeah, that's my life. That's my whole life right now is just in translation.
I pasted the English to German translation into the Google chat room for you, Joe. It translates to "I want a bowl cut, please." So if you could just memorize that, it would make everything so much easier.
How do you think it sounds when you say that?
I probably could get the first and third. I know it's ich, and then I couldn't tell you with the umlauts over the O.
Ich möchte ein Bohrcut bitte. I don't know what the bowl cut would be.
That's the Topfenschnitten Schnit,
A top,
schnit.
a top cut. I want a top. That would not translate. Oh my god, what are they gonna do? That's
My
like
hovercraft is full of eels.
And then you're gonna walk
What?
out with the cut that you've been looking for, and they're like, I don't know what you've been
maybe.
about
You
eels,
know
but
what? I'm gonna try. I'm gonna live stream it. I'm gonna just be like, just go in there, be like, fuck up my day, fam. just
Start a
see what
TikTok.
happens.
It's like, hey guys, get ready with me while I absolutely fuck my hair.
I figured out the way that I've been doing it, Joe, is every like 4 or 5 months, I just shave all of my hair off and just let it grow back.
No way. If I
That's
shave
what
my
I did
hair
in
off,
high
it ain't
school.
coming back. I don't have that kind of confidence. You see how much anxiety I have? My hair's not coming back. Every follicle that comes out is gone forever, Ike. It's not coming back. I gotta hang on to every one of them. They're all my buddies.
We're all starting to hit that middle age part, you know. Just say goodbye to what you don't need anymore, and
You
make
see?
Yeah, fuck
It's
that.
a 5 head now.
Come back
It's
to
going
America. They subsidize hair replacement. You could,
It's
I
true.
mean,
Do they?
you barely
Do
need
they really?
insurance, and they'll give you a full head of hair and a working cock. They won't give you, anything else. But boy, howdy, we're a government fund that.
All I need. Those are the 2 things I'm missing here. Like if
Yeah.
if only. Yeah,
Listen,
I need to go back.
The American
at least for
government
some
can't do
time.
much, but it can get you a full head of hair and a semi-working cock.
The full head of
Semi.
hair may end up on your semi-working cock, but
Yeah.
they'll get you some hair, and there'll be something half-working someplace.
It's a lot of pubes they rip out and then they put on your head. But
Transplant. Hey,
I really-
Joe's hair's
I-
not
you
really
know-
curly lately. No, but looks
I
good.
mean, really, you know what? I actually would really like curly hair. More curly. Like
you
when my
wouldn't.
hair gets
It's
long
not
enough.
fun. It's not fun. I used to have very curly hair. It's not as cool as you
Wait,
think
why?
it is.
What do you
I think he
mean?
meant on
How
his
is that
head, by the
cool?
way. I want to preface.
Yeah, that's
that
what I'm
talking
saying
about-
on my head.
Yeah,
Can I
I
get
used to
some-
have. Didn't you guys?
All right,
have
give me
you-
some.
I used to have
Eric.
very, very curly hair when I was a child. That is slowly
happened?
straightened up. It just got straighter as I got older, which it tends to does. My mother's was the same, and my hair's a lot more like my dad's now. It's more wavy, but it used to be very. When it gets long, you can see it's supremely curly. When it gets very long, I used to have an afro when I was in high school. Yeah, I could do all kinds of stuff with it. Now it's just kind of.
Oh, I do remember. I can't, guys. We've known each other for like 20 fucking years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I said that to Kyle
different
McCarley
from Rome?
the other week, and he was like, "It hasn't been 20 years." I was like, "Almost."
Oh my god. Yeah, like I was looking through my Dropbox and I saw a file that was 18 years old that you and I, like, we all were working on. And I was like, dear
Delete that.
Lord.
Don't let anyone see that. Delete that.
It's gone. It was burned with fire. And it's sent
When
to
Eric
whatever that
dies,
is.
you can release the files, and you can release his book and make lots of
Yeah,
money.
send it over here to the Eric estate. Please,
No one wants to
everyone,
ever
send
know.
your donations directly to me so I can start the Eric estate.
You're not me. I'm not dead yet.
You know what? This is what I've learned over the past years. If you want to win, you got to set it up. Like you make your own luck and you set up the win.
Or you
right?
just leech
So,
the luck off of your friends. That's what I've
you
also
don't.
learned.
You tell the friends that you're leeching off of them exactly what you're gonna
I
do,
don't
and
know
then you
that I
do it.
love this plan of you manifesting my early death so that you
Oh,
can
no.
profit from it. I don't know that
You know
I
what?
love it, but hey, I'm not doing a lot with my life at the moment, so I guess
I don't want the early death. I'm okay with it happening at a
Late
normal
you
time.
just
you
need
just
to make
want
sure
me
you
to
go
suffer.
before
You
Joe.
don't care. Yeah, you just want me to suffer in exile for as long as possible and then
No.
make profit. So it doesn't matter as long as
Why is the suffering? What kind of, like, I don't want you. I want you to go gently and quietly in your sleep later.
No,
not anytime
looking
soon.
From like a luck leech standpoint, it's
yeah,
it's
you
like those
just want me
vampires
to
that keep the
flounder
blood.
though
Yeah.
for as long as possible.
Like he's starting to get his life together. Better show up again.
Yeah,
Then there we go.
God.
Okay, now
Okay,
he's
yeah, no,
I almost bought
All
new
that is-
sheets, and then now look
that's
at me.
accurate. Yeah, and that's all accurate. That's what you just said. I misinterpreted it. I was like being too gracious to myself here.
Oh man,
Yeah.
I've hit 43 too, and I've also realized in like the last maybe year that I didn't know I was going through it at the time, but kind of reflect. I think I've been going through like a weird midlife crisis. Like
yeah.
I started playing World of Warcraft again because some friends were like, you should come back and play World of Warcraft. I was like, you know what? That sounds like a great idea. I remember 20 years ago when it used to be a lot of fun. I played it for a short, like four weeks. I was like, this was a lot of fun. I'm good. I don't need to play anymore. And then like one of my friends is like, you should play Magic. And I'm like, I haven't played Magic in like 15 years. I'm like, yeah, but like look at Commander. It's like, I will buy a Commander.
Yeah, they ruined it now. It's great.
And I started playing Commander, and then I was like, you know what? This is really nice. I can use all of the cards I never sold that are in my basement. And now I've been investing lots of money in playing Commander and playing with my friends.
And now you can be Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. I bought the Furby cards. Yeah, no, because I wanted to make sure that
That's great. They ruined it. It's so much fun now.
It's interesting though, listening to people like, man, I wouldn't have ever played Magic if Final Fantasy hadn't come out.
Yeah, so many people I know. Yeah.
Everything you just said, I have no idea what you just talked
about.
So
I can condense it.
Commander?
So don't worry about the format. Basically, Magic, the WotC, Wizards of the Coast, like, how do we get more people to come join this dying game?
They realized if instead of making cool, interesting Magic cards, if they just make them all recognizable properties now, instead of inventing cool, interesting things, if it's just everything remember this? Remember Stranger Things? There's a card for that. Remember Walking Dead? There's a card for that.
But it's not even necessarily, Joe, that it's like, hey, there's a card for that now. It's more like they've taken the old cards and reskinned them, because they will put the name in really fine print of what the original card was. So like they reprinted Jaws, but then underneath they'll tell you what the card should have been, so that you'll know it's not a new idea.
So it never changes.
No, it does.
It never changes the game.
Basically, they take a bunch of cards that pre-existed and they like zhuzh them up and make them themed after whatever Spider-Man or Final Fantasy or Doctor Who or Warhammer or whatever it is, and then they'll add like a dozen new cards to the game that are like Spider-Man. They're like 3 different versions of Spider-Man now or whatever. There's like 2 different Frodo Bagginses.
Okay, stop.
And those are original cards.
Is Commander Magic? Is this
the
same game?
What
are we doing here?
There's Magic the Gathering.
One at a time, guys. I know you're so excited.
Commander was developed by the player base some time ago, and it was basically where you have 100 card deck, where one of them is your commander, and he sits off to the side. You can just constantly keep playing that every so often. When it dies,
it's a different way to play Magic that players invented that is now more popular than the regular version, I would say.
So yes, I would agree. And so Wizards of the Coast, even though they're like, we didn't come up with Commander, but now we can start monopolizing off of this. So they started building cards specifically for Commander. And even helping introduce rules. It's like, oh, you could have, because you're only supposed to have one commander, but now they started making partners. And so like, oh, we've created a rule now for commanders where you can have these 2 cards because they're partners. They can be your partner commanders and you can play either one of them.
I want
15 years
SpongeBob
ago.
and Pikachu. SpongeBob and Pikachu. Can you do that?
15 years ago, you'd have to like make your own decks. But then they were like, oh, people like this. We'll start making decks. And they release like, 2 to 3 a year. And now they release maybe like 20 like pre-con decks, like pre-made decks, commander decks now, and they release a ton of them every year. So you can just like pick up the Final Fantasy deck, and you've got a deck of all Final Fantasy cards ready to play.
Wow. So it's like Dota, but real life. It's like what happened. It was like, oh, this is cool. The community likes it. Let's make it ours.
And it was also hilarious too, because there was at one point that they released the Spider-Man, because they do have bigger sets that they release. So like, they just released the Avatar set, and they did look in Avatar and try to like kind of magicify the Avatar feel to it. And it was interesting. I mean, I wouldn't say that.
Wait. What Avatar? Is it Avatar? Are we talking Avatar, the blue guys?
The cartoon. But I will say that some of the cards look like screenshots, which is bullshit, because they used to do all original arts, and the fact that they're now doing screenshots from a television show is horseshit.
Oh wow. Some guy in product management's just like, I got a great idea. We don't need any of these artists.
The other funny part is though that they, you have Magic the Gathering that you can play online, Magic Arena, and of course there's Marvel Snap. And so when they released Spider-Man, they were like, yeah, we'd like to put Spider-Man in the Marvel in the Magic Arena set, the virtual one, and the Marvel's like, you can't do that. There's actually already a trading card game that is virtual that has Spider-Man in it, so we can't let you do that. So they released a separate set for the virtual game that is all the cards with all the same abilities. They just changed it from like Spider-Man to like Arachnid Boy, and they just like manipulated some of the words so that it wasn't spot on, but damn near close to what you get in the Spider.
were prepping their win. That's all. They knew what's up. They played the cards they were dealt.
But I'm now going back through and like,
no, it's terrible. Okay, never mind.
I'm looking at all my old cards.
Okay,
I've been cataloging them recently and realizing how much money I have sitting there. And some of the ones at the time that were like, this is just kind of like a stupid worthless card, but because of Commander, and I used to collect play sets. Some of them are getting up there.
So like the Pokemon cards are experiencing such a big boom right now. I watched a like this channel on YouTube called Modern Day MBA, and they did like a huge dive into the economy of Pokemon cards and like different ways people are making money off of it. And it's just really good channel, really well put together. And I was just like, oh wow, that totally makes sense. Cause like our nostalgia is just so, it's so marketed so many times, so many different ways. And we keep doing it. We keep buying it. And I don't
slabs
know.
Slabs are funny on that same one. Like people that are sending things in to get graded cards, and you get them back in a piece of plastic that have like, this is a grade 10 or a grade 6 or whatever. And then like I've been watching some that are just showing up on my feed too, that are like people that go to conventions that are like, oh, I want to buy this slab. I'm like, you're not going to play with that card.
I didn't know what a slab was till 1 hour ago when I watched this while I was eating before this show.
So I suppose to clarify it for people like a teacher would,
please,
you can send off your card to a variety of companies who will grade the card based upon how the rarity of the card and how good a quality the card is. And then they will send it back to you and charge you a price based upon how much the card is worth in order to get your card back at the same time. And then they will encase it in plastic with a code, typically that some companies will do that. You can scan the QR code that will show you where the defects are and also show you some of the information about the card, and allows it to be tracked and see how many have been sold and how many of the company has seen.
It's crazy.
And then you've got this card forever that you will never touch, which is great.
Or like YouTube will just crack open slabs, and then people like shit their pants.
Do you guys remember when Pokemon was new? Oh God, I'm going to do a remember berries episode. We're going to go on a quick aside.
That's all this podcast ever was.
Yeah, it's true. We've been nostalgia for years. So like, I remember playing the original, like, I don't know, 130 or 113 cards that came out, and but we wanted our holographic cards to be protected. So you would know exactly in the deck, like when you were playing, like when the things are going to come up, because we'd be battling them, but also, yeah, like the card is just sitting there with the giant fucking entombed in plastic, just like, all right, I know that Charizard's coming up. It's coming. Like we're gonna get that evolution. You're about to get flame blasted. I can't remember whatever move it had, but like, I was like, there was such a, this was like pre-internet. Like everything was on the internet, like it was already there, but hard to find, whatever. And all of the fun that an old video game had, that the way the Johto region of Pokemon felt so expansive, because you just never knew all the things. Mew's under that truck. You could just gotta like leave the SSN there. It's under the truck. You gotta find all that. I mean, that's why I've stopped playing video games with a browser open. I'm playing Anno 1702, 1701, I don't know. I'm playing one version of Anno, and it's 01. It's 01 and on the end of like all of them, right? But I refuse to look up and be good at the game. I refuse. I'm like, no, I'm not. I want this to be expansive. I want this to feel huge, and I invite all of you guys to do that, because it is so good. It is
interesting, because like, as someone, I used to, like, I remember in my late teens, early 20s, I couldn't like get through a game without like God mode or infinite ammo or whatever, and I had to like train myself out of that. And I've been playing through, there's a game I really love on Steam called Nine Kings. This is like roguelike card-based kingdom survival guys, whatever. But like they're like, each king plays a little different, and there's like different strategy. Like if you want to make it past like the higher difficulties, there's definitely strategies that are, people are like, this is probably the only way to do it. But I was like, I looked up one once, and I was like, oh, this guy beat the game for me though. Now I know how to beat this king, and on King 10, and I don't feel like I was like the rest. I'm like, no, I'm gonna figure these kings out. It's not that complicated. I can figure these out. There are only 9 cards.
it's that just kind of challenge of feeling like you're out there on your own and like wondering what could happen, and it testing the limits of a game. Like I'm going to play through this. I don't care. Like if you ever, again, I'll just stick with the Pokemon thing. Like you get one Pokemon stronger than your badges can handle, and then you're just like, what the fuck? Now I'm screwed. Like I gotta go back to fucking Viridian Forest and regrind. Oh, Pikachu, what the fuck? I never knew that was here. Oh my god, right? Like that whole like you go back and you figure it out. Yeah, I don't know. Like the whole like you were talking about a midlife crisis kind of thing. I was hoping that you like bought a sports car. I was hoping that you like you're like no, my midlife crisis. I bought an estate. Like
I'm just trying to. I'm waiting for Eric's. Actually, that's what I'm waiting on.
Oh, I mean, mine. I don't know if it's my midlife crisis or just the person I am. This summer, I did mushrooms. Like good and proper. It was the third time I'd done it, but we did like good and proper mushrooms in the desert. And the only thing I walked away from that experience, which was something I already kind of was thinking about, was that I wanted to paint. So I like immediately after that, I bought a bunch of paint. I started painting. I did some painting, and I definitely want to return to painting. But as I was painting, I realized, oh, you know what would be helpful for painting is learning to draw. So now I've been learning to draw, and then I've been doing to like, finding like how I like, what mediums I like to use and stuff like that. Like right now I'm really into like just painting with ink itself and like how fun that is. And I'm just kind of exploring that. That's my current midlife crisis, but perhaps that's just the preamble, because sometimes you think that, like, I thought my dad's midlife crisis was him bleaching his hair and getting a convertible, but it turns out it was leaving us.
That'll happen. Yeah. Sorry to hear that.
It's fine. That was a long time ago, and he's been dead for a good long while. So.
Oh God, yeah. Sorry to hear that. Yeah, no, I remember. Yeah. Great spot to start plugging each other. I think we just, you always want to end on a real high note when you're talking about like the show. Leave them wanting more, so
that they come back in another 10 years and listen again.
Well, what do we call that? I'm going to call this episode Midlife Crisis, but I don't know what we're going to call that episode when we're all rounded up at around 50. I'm the only one in my 30s now. Oh my God.
Yes.
Wow, you guys all look so good for your age. Just you're barely
I put on sunscreen every day.
Wow.
That's not impressive. Everyone should do that.
No, that's just what you say.
No,
everybody in Italy's fine without sunscreen.
No, they're not. They're not.
I was just there. My nonna only has a little bit of skin cancer, and that's just because she's older. She's old.
But or just don't go outside. That's the other way. Like if you're not a fan of chemicals all over your body,
well, that's gonna fuck you up in all kinds of ways if you just don't go outside. That's not how humans should live.
But at least I'll have good skin.
My skin is alabaster.
My sallow, paper thin skin.
Why aren't we plugging each other, guys? Let's do it.
All right.
I thought there was something we said when was there like a sting or like something?
Well, we used to, and then we realized that being homophobic as a joke is just being homophobic.
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah, we grew past that. Thank God. Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah. Remember when we thought being offensive was the same thing as being funny?
No, I don't remember that at all.
Yeah. It's okay. We stopped that in our mid-30s. So.
We were the first at stopping.
We stopped that a year into when people were like, "Hey, stop doing that."
Well, somebody's got to start plugging here. So I think it's Eric who starts first, right? What do you got?
Sure.
To plug this week?
The only thing I could think of, because they just emailed me and I was like, oh sure, why not? There's a website I enjoy. If you enjoy audiobooks, I might suggest Libro.fm rather than the alternative version, because for the same price as many other services that offer like the monthly subscription audiobook credit thing, Libro.fm isn't as far as I can tell, a piece of shit. And a portion of the money that you pay and whatever goes to a local bookstore of your choice, which I thought was pretty useful. So that's why I support it. I support one of my local LA bookstores with my purchases of audiobooks and whatnot.
This is Eric trying out for his new job, by the way. This
Libro.
Libro.fm. Yeah, Libra didn't know. That's
Libro.fm. Yeah.
Great.
And when you sign up and you tell them what bookstore to support. I don't know if they do it out in whatever it's small town Germany, if it's for you.
I mean, we're international, so we have to think about these things. But use code Eric25 when you go to checkout.
Use code hat.com for 15% off hat.
That's Libro.fm.
Also support your local food banks. You know, it's a tough time of year for most people, and a tough year for just about everyone.
And a tough year for time.
Speaking of time, we're going to plug next show.
Time is also one of the names of my cats. So, and it has been tough for him.
Oh, poor guy.
It hasn't. He's a little prince. He's a little asshole.
Okay.
Cats
just like his father. Wow. Mike, what do you got to plug?
No, I'm letting you go first.
Okay, so I have two plugs. One is, do you remember the YouTube series Hey Cat, that Hey Ash, What You Playing? You remember
yes,
that?
I do.
So Ashley Birch, she just started a new YouTube series, and it's called We're Happy You're Here, and you should go check that out if you haven't heard of that. It's a kind of just a nice thing. It's a nice little plug about therapy, mental health, and taking care of yourself, and I think it's a really a nice way to make sure you're taking care of yourself. So check that out. And then my other plug, which is a little bit more overtly political, is Kat Abu Ghazaleh, and I'll put that in the links. But Kat Abu Ghazaleh is running for government, and she is in Illinois. And I think she's really great, and you should go check her out because she's just really, she's small time right now, but I can see a big following growing around what she's doing, and everything she's talking about is, I think, things we all could vibe with. Just, us workers, us arbeiters, the people, the proletariat. I think she's got some stuff going on that everybody would really like. So go check that out. Ike, what are you plugging?
Pop to the two plugs for you, Joe, into the chat.
Thank you.
So copy paste. I think at first if you're a big fan of 3D printing things, Yosh Studios is a great little Patreon. They also have a store. They don't like to be tagged in things, but basically as long as you have a Patreon going, you can sell their stuff. But it's all stuff that's like life-size Pokemon, life-size Jack Skellington, and they also have really cool helmets and stuff that you can print out and paint. And the reason why they don't want to be tagged is I'm pretty sure if they get tagged too many times, the bigwigs over at House of Mouse are probably going to shut them down. But they have some pretty cool stuff to check out. So if you like helmets and you like life-size things that you can print out, definitely check out Yosh Studios. But the other one that's a little bit more important to me is Directorate Novitiate, which is in Steam. It is a game there. It's coming to early access pretty soon. You can download it and try it out, the demo. If you leave a review, it's super helpful. A friend of mine who used to teach in Fall River moved up to Canada and started working for a gaming company. The gaming company kind of imploded upon itself as it was bought up by another gaming company, much bigger, who's going to shut down the project. But they were so close to finishing, they let them finish and release the stuff on Steam. So if you play the demo and can leave, if you feel like you like what you played, leave a helpful review. It will potentially keep the small group of, I think, 7 people still on staff afloat, doing the video game. But
what is the game about? Is it? Did you play it?
I have.
You got to sell it to me. I want to play it. Tell me more.
Well, here I'll read you a little bit off the Steam because I don't want to spoil anything. Become
Right.
Mercury, a ruthless enforcer with a deadly arcane power in this thrilling third-person RPG. By night, hunt killers and battle supernatural syndicates in the underworld of the early 2000s Los Angeles. By day, keep your real life from falling apart. So it does have a first-person shooter, like you got guns and stuff, but also has some spell-like qualities where you can cast spells and do things. Very kind of cool feel to it. So I would definitely check it out. Again, my friend helped write the script for the story components and did a little bit of the voice work, but most of it was writing story stuff. So it's worth checking out. It's a little small time studio. Help them keep floating on and making more stuff.
Directorate.
Novitiate.
Somebody's translate that for me. Is that in a different language? Directorate. Novitiate.
It's in Latin, I'm fairly certain.
Yeah. Sounds like heady. I feel like it's going to teach me something if I learn to speak. If I learn, period. All right. I think that's a show, guys. I think we did it.
Sounds like it.
Oh, God. Yeah. Good job, everybody.
I guess we have to keep the Facebook group going a little bit longer.
One more year. One more year. No, next year at the end of summer, somebody has to be like, "Are you guys alive?" And then sometime in December, we'll release a new episode.
For a while, I was like trying to release stuff about news stories and things on the Facebook group to kind of keep it going, but I let it fall.
Yeah,
people still interact and go, and every so often I get like, "You have new followers." I'm pretty sure they're not real people, but we do get like occasionally 1 or 2 people a month. Following.
Where are the people now? Like, nobody does social networks. Everybody's just like in their own little chat bubble. Like, isn't that the way you do it now? You don't do it.
Well, the internet is
social
networking. By and large, it's bots creating content for bots that they can rip to create more content for themselves. So the internet's dead. Yeah.
Sounds great. So, like I was saying, leaving on a high note. Great job, Eric.
But if you're one of those few people out there that still exists on Facebook, you can swing by Just Cool Enough on Facebook and leave a comment. Let us know what you're up to. Leave some questions if you want to know what's going on in our lives, and we'll do our best to get back to you with whatever we can. Let you know what's going on, and if you want to hear more of these things, just let us know.
I think I'm gonna. Yeah, I don't even know where I'm gonna post this. Do we even have an email address anymore? Is it the show at justcoolenough.com? I don't know if anybody owns that anymore. It's going somewhere else.
Yeah, I don't know because like it's tied to the domain. I think they shut all that. I was seeing emails like years ago that were like, if you don't respond to this, we're shutting down this email. I don't care.
I will take your first child. Oh no!
I think we still have like JC Show email, but I don't know where that goes or how to log into that.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely fading all this out. That's not going to be the show. Don't worry. Oh my God.